Hi there, my name is Sean and I'd like to welcome you to my website. You're obviously thinking about stopping smoking or maybe breaking some other habit to be on this page. So let me tell you a little bit about how I see the smoking habit and how I help a person to stop. So usually when a person like yourself tries to stop smoking, the very first thing your subconscious mind does is it has a look back to see how you felt before when you did it and what your experiences were, how you used willpower or the anxiety that you felt or even just being grumpy. And it relates all that to the effort or the attempt you're about to make now. And then what it does is, well, it doesn't want you to experience all that discomfort. So it convinces you to put it off to another day. So this is why there's always going to be something that you need to get out of the way first. But if you think about it, have a look at it a very different way in your mind and think about it very differently. Here's how I see it, okay? So imagine on a subconscious level, there's this particular part of your mind, and it's like the mechanical part of your mind, if you like. And all it does is all of your learned behaviors. So from the very first thing in the morning, imagine in your mind almost like a conveyor belt starting off. The moment you're waking up, this conveyor belt starts off. And you have this series of drawbridges on it, and this is all of your routine. So when you're waking up in the morning, the very first thing when you put your feet on the floor, it just simply gets a task done. Then maybe you go have your shower or you have a shave, you put your makeup on, or you go have your coffee, you have your cup of tea. And each and every time that you perform a task, it just drops this drawbridge and allows you to get to the next one. So imagine in the past when you stopped smoking. And you did all of these things. You got up and you did all the feet on the floor thing. And then it came time to have a cigarette and you didn't have one. And because your subconscious mind has no desire to smoke or no desire not to smoke, but it wants to get these tasks done. So you didn't do it. So your subconscious mind, this whole conveyor belt comes to this kind of shuddering stop. And it creates an anxiety in your mind. And your subconscious mind is pushing and pushing and pushing for you to do this task. And you're not doing it. In the end, what will happen is it will run to the top and jump off and get on with the other task, but it keeps looking back. It hasn't done something, and then another one of these appears, and then all this anxiety about being out of your comfort zone. And in the end, you give in somewhere along the way, and it's like all these drawbridges drop, and everything goes back smoothly. And the perception in your mind is the cigarette has relaxed you, but because you smoke, it created that anxiety. So one thing you want to do is take those drawbridges off the conveyor belt. Another part of doing that is how your subconscious mind will do anything you tell it to do, as long as it's clear. But it does not understand ambiguity or hoping or trying, or doesn't understand any of that. And it's a bit like, do you remember when you were a kid and you were growing up and your parents kind of had a no and a no for you? Excuse me, you know there was a no and they just meant no. And then there was a we'll see kind of no. And when you got the no and you knew they meant no, well, what did you do? You tended to leave it alone, didn't you? You just couldn't imagine it happening, so you walked away from it. If you got a we'll see, well, then you kept pushing and pushing. And your subconscious mind works the very same way. It knows when you mean no, and it knows when you mean we'll see. And if it knows you mean no, it will leave it alone. If it's a we'll see, that's when you suffer with all that. It keeps coming back and back at you. So here's where I help. Through hypnosis, we have a good chat before we get started, and I find out all the reasons why you're stopping and everything. Then we do hypnosis, and that gives you access to this subconscious part of your mind. And you're not asleep, you're not knocked out, you're not unconscious, you're awake and aware all the time. But all of the information you've given me and the decision that you've made, I'm able to get that so deep into your mind, just to help you so your mind will walk away from it. This 15, 20, 10, whatever drawbridge you have will disappear. And your mind will go from one task to the next task. Because bear in mind, your subconscious mind has no desire to smoke anyway. So that's how I help a person. By using hypnosis to get into that state of mind. And then by putting all of that information into your mind. And it's a very, very successful way. 99% of the people I see come from recommendations. And that's a good thing to have. So if you think I can be of help to you, or you'd like this explained, even in greater detail, just get in touch with me. You can email me or you can phone me, and we'll have a chat and see if it's right for you. So until then, have a great day. Bye for now.